What's up, guys? Coach of the Soul Thursdays at 3 has begun. If you're live, say hello. If you are here watching this on my YouTube channel, please subscribe to the channel, like all the videos, and please leave a comment, even if it's just hi Bill. It can be an emoji. You don't like the video, say it sucks. But YouTube will use their algorithms to send Coach from the Soul around the planet. And that's what we want. So people can get a little bit more coaching of the soul, right? Exactly. Going to be a good day today. There's a lot to talk about. Hey, Robin. Yeah. So we're going to do some of this and there's a lot. There's a lot of stuff going on in the universe when it comes to astrology. So we're going to talk about that for a minute. And yeah, there's also, I will tell you this because I'm supposed to and I forgot. Readings are on sale. Okay, readings are on sale till the end of the month and are going to go into the first 2 weeks of September. So 30 minutes is $85 and that is $50 off. And 60 minutes is $105 and that's $50 off. And if you want a lot of time, hour and a halves are now $155 and they used to be $205, so they're $50 off. Okay, so it's a pretty good deal right now. A lot of stuff's going on. Hey Nancy, hey Kathy, hey everybody. Yeah, so yeah, been a long, busy day, which is good, you know. Hey Pat, thank you for the donation, Pat. I really appreciate it. And everybody else who donated, thank you very much. I appreciate it. It helps my bottom line, if you know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, it helps. It helps. So now that I'm a single dad of a dog, hi Angel, donations are welcome and needed if you can. Hi Sherry, what's going on? Weird energy this week, dreamlike, oh yeah. And then Mercury retrograde ended yesterday, so that's a big thing too. So we're gonna talk about that. So first we're gonna start. Okay, so we'll do the astrology stuff first. Are we? Hang on. No. Yes, because we want to get. I want to do it first. Okay. They want to do something else. I'm not going to do it first. They want me to talk, to channel, and I'm going to channel and do the astrology. So, the one time that I win, you know. So, okay. So right now there's 6 planets that are in this. It's called the parade. I'm just going to read this because I don't know it by heart. Okay. Should I do that, Spirit? Yes. On August 28th, a rare planet parade aligns Mercury, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. This only happens in the summertime, guys, okay? But now it's happening basically at the end of the summer. It's usually spring or summer. It's usually June or July. So it's about a month and a half off, okay? So it says each planet brings its own unique energy. Mercury sharpens intellect and communications. Mars ignites energy and courage. Jupiter expands abundance and opportunity. Saturn balances karma and delivers rewards. Uranus sparks sudden changes and surprises, and Neptune fuels dream manifestation. This powerful moment coincides with the end of Mercury retrograde. Set your intentions now. Expect a surge in optimism, clear communication, increased motivation, and unexpected breakthroughs to start coming your way. As the comic event approaches, prepare for signs, synchronicities, vivid dreams, and deja vu when you see repeated numbers like 1111, 222, or 444. Make a wish and get ready for success. Fated encounters, unexpected good news, wish fulfillment, and dreams coming true. Okay. Hi, Kathleen. Hi, Kathleen. So that encompasses all of us, right? All of us. My heart is this big right now because Mercury retrograde is done, and that means something to me. Check your heart. See if it feels big and full. My ears are ringing like crazy right now. That is all confirmation. All right. So feel that. Again, if it's this big, take it. If it's this big, take it. Right? Because as you read those things on my Facebook page or wherever I get them from, I don't remember at the moment. Hey, Michelle. That you get more and more in tune with that energy. All right? But this is a big deal. This is a really big deal. Coming out of Mercury retrograde. Oh my God, Spirit, who's in my right ear right now? Holy cannoli. I don't know who it is. Yeah, right there. She does a channel. Okay, we're not going to do that now. We're going to do this instead. So it's the same thing, kind of, sort of. Okay. So, but I want people to understand is that this is important. All right. We're coming out of a time of Mercury retrograde, which was brutal. It was brutal for everybody. I don't care how perfect you are, believe you are, whatever. It's brutal. Narcissism is coming out of the roots of everything. It's being shown big time. And one of my friends posted on her Facebook page about narcissism because she works with people like that. She's a psychotherapist and a channeler. And I said, yeah, it's Mercury retrograde, blah, blah, blah. She goes, what does that have to do with narcissism? And I put down Mercury retrograde right now, forever, brings up all the things that are wrong, all the things that you dismissed, all the things that you pushed down, all the things that you didn't want to deal with at the time. Well, fifth dimension's around the corner, truly, okay? And narcissism is coming to be seen for men and women who are married to that, who are involved with that. Maybe they're not married, but it's coming up so that those people, men and women, can move away from them now. And she went, oh, that makes sense. Yeah, it all is intertwined. It's all intertwined, right? The universe, the stars, the planets, before there was anything else, it was that. And we knew we were connected to that some way, somehow. See? And so, as we go forward, as we're returning back to fifth dimension, because we're leaving 3D, we came from 5D, when they wiped everybody off the planet and decided, they being Sirius and Octarius, and reseeded us in Africa when the continents were still together before they broke apart. Okay, so it's always been them, and then they introduced religion to the world to populate the world by casting people out. That's what religion does, okay? You don't meet our requirements, you have to go. You did this thing wrong, you're going to hell, which there is no hell. So we're going to move you over here. And finally, they thought they had a pure energy. They didn't have a pure energy. There was always going to be things in there yeah. So Angel asks, will any narcissist heal? Not as long as you're with them. Not as long as you're with them, okay? If it's you, then it takes psychotherapy. It takes psychotherapy to really get into the nitty-gritty on why you are a narcissist. It usually happens when you're a child, okay? When somebody in your immediate circle is a narcissist, and you see how they act, and they act with power. It's all about power, right? Because when they were children, they didn't have any power. See? So if you had that in your life, or something dramatic happened to you in your life, again, soul journey, right? You become that person by taking advantage of weaker people. They can spot them like that. I help people who have left the narcissist, and they will tell me that within weeks, they have another female. Within weeks, they have another female. Because they can spot them. They're predators. They are truly predators. And they completely strip them of anything that's being human. I had one friend, where they had a daughter. It was a friend of a friend, a daughter that got under a narcissistic man, and he hates us, and he changed her to the floor. She slept on the floor. She ate out of a dog bowl. She was completely helpless, completely under his control. It's mind control, okay? And they rescued her one day by busting his door down with the knowing of the police. Police couldn't do anything, but they contacted the police saying this was going on, this was going to happen, just letting you know. Well, we can't guarantee that we're not going to arrest you. Okay, that's fine. If he wants to press charges, of course he's not going to. But they went in and tore her off the floor. She was in underwear and a bra. Okay? So it can be that narcissistic, but it starts slow. Taking somebody who's innocent and not knowing came into this world to be the person who the narcissist takes. Then it takes years of reprogramming. Okay? So that's happening right now, big time. I mean, I think I'm talking to six women right now that are in that space, you know. And God bless them, because they're recognizing from their guides, from spirit, right? It's, okay, I can't do this anymore. One woman's 41 years. I go, okay, I can't do this anymore. Bill, what do I do? You know, and they give them what they need to do, how to plan it out, because I've talked to so many people like that. And also, they know. That's what's so freaking cool, is they know. I'm just channeling. Bill don't know nothing. I remember some stuff, but again, it fascinates me sometimes. It truly fascinates me. It fascinates me, okay? So look out for that kind of stuff at the moment. When something like Mercury retrograde ends, it is when everything's raw, everything's exposed during those 3.5 weeks, 3 or 4 times a year, okay? We have Mercury retrograde for a reason, to bring up all of our junk. It is in this lifetime. It is all of our junk from this lifetime and past lives. Hear them chimes, right? That we've chosen in this lifetime and our soul journey to release the family's energy, so we can all move into the fifth dimension. We chose this time for us to be here. We chose to take all of our family from thousands of years of 3D, right? 12,000 years or more, and release them in this lifetime. We chose to do that because of our leadership, because of our strength, because of everything that's involved in letting go of stuff. And Mercury retrograde brings that all up. Because you're probably not doing enough guided meditations for just healing, emotional healing, those types of things. You're not letting yourself be guided onto YouTube and looking at certain things like codependency, right? I've told you guys about that. Is that opening up my laptop on a Sunday morning and their first thing is codependency. And Spirit says, okay, you got to do that. I'm like, okay. I've been told I was codependent, but not took it serious. Well, 6 weeks ago I did. And I was 7 things that you are codependent. I was all 7. That's me, that's me, that's me, that's me, that's me, and that's me too, and so is that one. I'm like, oh my God. Because it hides itself. If you're brought up like that. If you have friends like that, which you attract. Yeah, see? So it absolutely is about clearing right now, right? And Spirit tells me that the last thing most of us will do is work on our codependency. It's the last chapter. They're playing with me. No, it's not about it. I haven't done that in a long time. Yeah. Stop. Yes. More about codependency. More about codependency. More about codependency. We're supposed to be doing astrology right now. See how they work me into that? Man. Masters. Got it right here. Just want to talk about it. No, we're off in those chimes. I know. We're in charge of the Coach for the Soul, Bill. Don't you know that? You're here to channel. Okay. I get it. Okay? So Mercury retrograde is important in our lives. In the past, it was, man, come on. It was drudgery. Oh my God, just drudgery. Everything's wrong, you don't understand. As you guys who watch Coaching for the Soul and other things, we're getting closer and closer to fifth dimension. I mean, guys, it's like 4 months away. Like, after March of next year, when everything settles down at the election and junk like that, we'll be full in it. And it's going to be, you're going to do a lot of, I know. Tell them they're going to do a lot of growth in the next 4 months. It will not be the same Christmas that you've had or Thanksgiving, Spirit says. Okay? You'll have made some decisions by then. Those decisions are probably if you can stand beyond your family or not. And if you can't, or you need to, because you got to wean yourself off it, then you set a time period. Dinner's at 2. We'll be there at 1, between 1 and 1:15. But we got to leave by 3:30. Why? Because so and so got to make up that excuse. Lion's okay in that. You're protecting yourself. Because when you take that energy home, what do you do with it? Chimes. See? Tell you how much energy is in my house. Yeah. See? So Christmas, Thanksgiving, birthdays, anniversaries, all that kind of stuff. Set your time. Vacation, set your time. I used to go to my brother's in Florida, and I would go for 7 days with my sister from Colorado. We would go there, and about 2.5 days in, we were at a standstill with him and I, because we could not be in the same room for very long. Not very long at all. He looks at me as judgmental. I look at him as being dumb as dirt and not paying attention. A little judgmental, I think. Right? But we're two different. And I'm fifth dimensional and sixth, and he's not. He is truly 3D. He is stuck in 3D. And I believe he's not going to be ascending anytime soon. See? So I went from 7 days to 3 days. To 2 days. To not going at all. Going to the west side instead of the east side. Yeah. And that side of the family was all upset, and Uncle Bill doesn't come, blah, 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 then come over and see us. My sister and I would go to the west side instead of going the east side. Just because it was easier. It's supposed to be vacation. So that happens. That happens, guys. And it's destiny. I do not want anybody to think, Bill, how can you? No, that's not it. Soul journey. Okay? You got to be selfish. It's about you. No one else. About you. No one else. What makes you happy? And if you don't know what makes you happy, meditate on it. Talk out loud. Spirit, I don't know what makes me happy. Well, guess what? You already know. Your ego just won't let you know it. In your head, in your face. Yeah. See? Is it watching YouTube videos? Cool. Is it being outside, going to the lake? Cool. Going to the ocean? Cool. Cooler. Going to the forest and walking through the forest and thinking, cooler. Yeah. See? That's what it's all about. Finding your place. Because you don't have to do anything every day except for your job. And you'll be less and less attached to that job. You'll do your job and do it well. But you'll start to not want to do more as you ascend. Because you're not getting paid enough to do that job as you ascend. Okay? And you'll start to think, I never thought I'd leave this job, because you're ascending. Okay? And let them bring you the next job, because you're ascending. That's the key. It's about flow. You got to open it up and allow them to bring you what you need. Is it on your time or their time? Their time, not your time. Because they need you to just sit and do nothing but sit in yourself. To allow the flow. Your energy goes out, it comes back. Out, it comes back. Deal with your fear. Oh my gosh, I'm not used to not working. I'll tell you, I worked for 35 years in retail footwear, and when I left my job 10 years ago last month, for the first 2 months, maybe 2.5 months, I had many gross, nasty MF conversations with those people, with Spirit, because, okay, what am I supposed to do? You told me to quit my job, so I did. What's next? I'm a Capricorn. Come on. Third dimensional Capricorn. What's next? Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. We don't have time. Come on, I'm old. Almost 54. Come on, let's go. You know, I'm thinking that I was going to be able to control it. Didn't know that I wasn't going to be able to control it. So the frustration and the anger were absolutely just it was just fear of what if. But what if? I hadn't learned anything yet. I had absolutely not allowed them to upgrade me into higher dimensional things. And as it started to happen, I'm like, okay, can we do this faster? No, this is a one step at a time kind of thing. Really? Well, as a Capricorn, I'm like, okay, I see the destination, which I don't know what it is, right? So I can't just float around and think, I've got to have a destination. Well, you got to stop controlling everything. What do you mean I have to stop controlling everything? Then we had to work on my emotions. Right? Because, again, everything gets pulled apart. And you're never going to be clean of it. But you have to allow them through guided meditations, right? Brenda at Indigo Doors that does quantum healing. I mean, my God, it's fabulous. Hey, Michelle. And going through the motions one at a time and understanding that it's not a quick process back then. Is before COVID. Now, after COVID, energy is like boom, 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 boom. You're going. You're moving. We got a destination. It's 2025. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. So it moved very much faster. It's faster now. I mean, people are dropping energy and stuff like it's garbage. Gone, gone, gone. Because they're motivated. They don't know why they're motivated, but they're motivated to do it because they're tired of it sitting in their heart or their gut. Never here. That's just ego working on that, right? That's tied to your heart. But they have this energy that I've got to clean it. I've got to do this. 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 As Sherry says, she's been just sitting since November 2020. Yeah. Me too.
I can't help you with that.
Hi, Siri. That's what happens in my house. Yeah. Yeah. Now the dog just moved. Like, okay, who is that? Yeah. So where we're at now has everything to do with what's going on up there. Okay? Next thing. Venus enters Libra. Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and relationships, and money. Transition into Libra, the sign it rules. So Venus rules Libra. So it's their home sign. Okay, and it for the next several weeks, the energies of Venus and Libra will intertwine, infusing your interactions. Venus in Libra is all about love and connection and money. Use this time to strengthen bonds, resolve conflicts, and create deeper, more meaningful connections. Okay? Daisy, chill. That was a misstep, right? Moon conjuncts Mars. Today, the 28th, yesterday, the moon aligns with Mars. Conjunctions are, they're right next to each other in the sky. Okay? So they combine energy. All right? This powerful cosmic energy fuels passions, courage, and drive. Now is the time to act boldly and embrace your inner strength. Whether you're facing big challenges or pursuing your dreams, let this intense energy push you forward. But remember, balance that fiery energy with mindfulness. Because Mars is fire, right? Channel your emotions into positive actions and watch you break through barriers. Stay focused and let the universe guide your steps. Let them take you and show you how to let that go, right? How to get through your stuff, how to move forward, how to absolutely surrender, because you have to surrender. It's hard, and it peeks its head up like a turtle sometimes out of the water, and you realize, you go, oh, okay, I got to do that. When you start to take control, when your ego goes out of control and takes you to places, and it's not Mercury retrograde, that you don't want to go because it's not ready to let it go yet. And if it is, it's going to flush out of you anyway. Right? These conjunctions and things like that are in astrology do that. The moon and Mars are really powerful to bring you good stuff. But also Mars is fire. And the moon's emotion. Right? So think about that. An empowered, emotional, fiery person. Look out. Because she's going to blow. He's going to go nuts. Right? So it's saying, pay attention to that. Pay attention to your energy. Pay attention to what you're feeling. Okay? Next one is the moon conjuncts Jupiter. Okay? Same thing. Up in the sky, right? Next to each other. So you got Mars, the moon, and Jupiter in the space in the sky. Hey, chill out. Chill. She loves the UPS man because she gets like, what's he doing out there? Yeah, she's fine. So moon conjuncts Jupiter. Okay, so the moon aligns with Jupiter, bringing a wave of expansive energy and boundless opportunity. That's what Jupiter is. It expands everything. It's positive. Anything that you want, go for it. Ask, ask, ask. It expands everything, including negative stuff if it's with Mars, if it's with Saturn, which are both negative planets. They get things done, but it's not to your liking because it is all third dimensional stuff. Okay? The powerful conjunction invites you to embrace your abundance, open your hearts to new possibilities, and trust in the universe's generosity. Money, right? Now is the time to dream bigger, dream love deeper, and step boldly into the life you desire. Have you asked them for what you want? Have you said, Spirit, I want you to bring me $1 million. Spirit, I want you to bring me a new house. Spirit, I want you to bring me, you can't manifest for anybody else. You can only manifest for yourself. But that doesn't mean once you get your money and you don't pay your bills off with the money, you do something for you with the money. You take a vacation, you buy a house, whatever. Then if you got some money left, you can give it to other people. But it's not about them, it's about you. And they know when you're trying to manifest money for other people. They know. They know everything about you. Everything. And they, again, the guides are all intertwined with each other, right? They know what you're thinking about your sister, your mother, your father, your family, whatever, because most people will give it away. No, it's not a giveaway thing. It's a selfish thing. You got to be selfish. You're the most important person in your life. And how many times a day do you say, I love you to yourself? Probably not many, because we forget about it. It's not our habit. We live in a third dimensional society. It's not about loving ourselves, but you have to. You got to tell yourself how great you are. How fantastic you are. Not how, I got so much more to do. I got so much more. No, don't do that stuff. Don't do that stuff. That's ego. You're trying to burst out spirit sex. You're trying to burst out like a sunburst, right? It's on the sun. A flare. But ego's saying, no, don't be too big, because if you're too big, you're going to get damaged. Oh my God, you're going to get damaged. You're going to get slapped down. You're going to get told by our parents. Right? By my older brother. He didn't like when I was big, so he slapped me down. 6 years older than me. Guess what? Didn't have a whole lot of chance winning that battle, right? So you just take it as a kid. Same thing with my mother, my father. Kids are here to be seen, not heard. So what you wanted to say in emotion, or that you feel bad, is right here. So everybody's throat chakra is closed. Because in our generation, you didn't do those things with your parents. Your parents barely knew that you were there. But they knew that you were there because they had to feed you and put you to bed and give you a bath. Right? Right? I mean, that's basically parenting 101 in the third dimension. Truly. And then this burst of people comes out in the 90s, these new agers, us, that now looks at their children and says, what's wrong? I need you to tell Mom, Dad, what's wrong? And the little boy or girl will say, well, Mom, you hurt my feelings when you said, and then Mom apologizes. Because guess what? That child's soul is probably older than yours. Like I was in my family. I knew everything that, I'm good. Leave me alone. I don't understand why you want to get in my childhood. Just feed me, give me a bed. I'm self-sufficient. And my mother loved that about me. Loved it. Because my mom didn't have to worry about me. He'll be fine. She don't want to tell me what to do. No. Finally at 13, I said, you know what? If he falls off the curb, we'll catch him. But he probably won't fall off the curb. Billy never fell off the curb. Because I'm connected. I know. I've been clairvoyant since I was 8 years old. Right? I'm not listening to you. Because I'm older than you. Didn't know that at the time. They were still my mom and my dad, and I love them. Right? You always love the people, even if they're bad. My mom and dad were not bad at all. They just didn't know anything. They did what they did to us kids, what they got done to them, which was not much. See? So all that ties in together. These new agers were talking to their kids, and we were like, you need to spank them. No, violence doesn't work. You never hit your child. Never hit your child. Especially in the face. Never hit your child. Grab them by the arm. No. All of that connects to their soul. Past lives. Okay? Back in the day. Now, those people that are third dimensional and their children are star seeds, those parents will have a rude awakening when that child gets to be 10, 12, 11, 13. Trust me. It's just going to come out of their mouth and they're not going to like it. But they'll be in fifth dimension by then if the parents go. Okay? So this is really important. With Jupiter conjuncts Jupiter, it's really, really important. Ask for what you want. Ask for what you want. Spirit, I want you to bring me a new car. And then explain it. I want this car. Better explain it, or they'll bring you a beat up Kia, whatever, that's got 100,000 miles on it, and you get it for, $250. Well, I don't want that car. Well, that's what we got you, because you didn't tell us what you actually wanted. Because again, they can read everything that you think about. If you say, I want a Jaguar and blah, 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 and they go, no, he's in his mind, he's thinking, I don't really want a Jaguar. I thought he'd back something expensive. Okay. That doesn't work. Right? Because they know. So they bring you a Kia that's brand new or whatever. Right? Right? A Chevy Impala, which I've got, which I love. Anything. See? So it's about letting your dreams begin to manifest. All right? I think there's one more. Nope, there's not one more. Okay, cool. So it's all about astrology. It's all about understanding that they're leading us. The planets are leading us because they connect to our spirit guides. They connect to our souls. It always does. That's where we came from. Truly, that's where we came from. And the more that you understand that, the more that you get into astrology things, right? Because have your birth chart. Been saying that for 9, 10 years. Have your birth chart. So when something comes up like this, right? You can look at where it's at in your birth chart, because we have 12 houses in the birth chart. And you find out which part of your life it affects. And then you know when something happens that's not supposed to happen, good or bad. Oh my God, that's what that is. Because you're connected to the universe. You're connected, God, Spirit, all of it. It's all inside of us. And as they start to lead you, you'll understand why. You'll get it. Trust me, guys, you'll get it. And as we go into September, okay, September the 1st, Pluto goes back into Capricorn for 2.5 months. Pluto is a destruction planet. It's been in Capricorn for the past 16 years. It's been in Aquarius. Again, find out where it's at in your birth chart, right? It's been in Aquarius mostly all year until now. It's the last time it comes into Capricorn for 254 years. We'll all be gone by then. We'll be somebody else by then. All right? So that's a good thing. The negative thing is that Pluto's the government. It's structure. It is third dimensional. Meant to be in there for the past 16 years. Started in 2008. What happened in 2008? Financial crisis, COVID, the housing crisis, inflation, Donald Trump, 2016. You can look at all the things that, again, Barack Obama for 8 years, and again, Joe Biden for 4 years, not 8, right? So we're going to see big things change in the government in the next 2.5 months. Unfortunately, it is the time of the election. And like I've said before, Spirit is very firm on this. Don't listen to the circus outside. Just get your butt out and vote. Mail in, however you want to do it. Okay? Do it. Because this is going to be the last time in 3D you get to vote. You'll vote in the future, but it'll be different voting. Because everything's going to shift, guys, by 2030. For the better. Lots more love. Lots more understanding. Lots more connections with our guides. Becoming later weight. Understanding that we're a collective. Right? Not separate. We're a collective. We've never been a collective before. We were in the past in tribes. But the collective is the whole world. is going to come together. No more wars, no more dictators by 2035. Diseases will mostly be cured by 2030. Some will linger into 2035. There is no disease in 5D. Disease is a third dimensional situation because we were here to struggle, to survive. We were in a petri dish. And they watched our progress and had an ending date, which is 2025. That's why COVID happened, right? To show us that the whole world can stop. What happened in that time? Well, we got paid. Most of us got paid. I hate that. We had to get to know our family again, right? We knew if we loved them or not. We got reintroduced to our kids because it was a rat race. No rat race for a year, right? Again, wear a mask. Okay, no big deal. I'm going to wear a mask in the grocery store. No big deal. I didn't care, right? As long as I didn't get COVID. I'm going to take a shot. I'm going to take a shot. I'm not an anti-vaxxer at all. Saved my life when I was a kid. Many, many, many times. So I'm all about that. And I'm fine. I'm good. That's kind of a commercial, right? But yeah, they know when it's going to end. They know, we know. We decided when we were in 5D, we were going to come back at the next introduction to 5D. So that's why we're here. We're the most powerful beings on the planet, everybody. Trust me. We are. We're headed for more greatness. We are. Those of you who are going through your stuff, those of you who are leaders, but don't think you're leaders now, right? Those of you who would like to be leaders, you're going to be leaders of the spiritual revolution. When Pluto goes into Aquarius for the next 20 years in December. Okay? The age of Aquarius. It's already here. Again, 1968, 1969, the age of Aquarius, the song by the Fifth Dimension. The singing group, right? The Fifth Dimension. Hello? They had to put on the end of that song, Let the Sunshine In, so they could release it to the general public because the government wouldn't let them do that because of the war in Vietnam and the hippies. The hippies already knew. They were connected, big time. Hell, they were stoned. Why not be connected? Right? And all those types of things are coming back now. Mushrooms, all these types of things to kind of the psychedelic drugs, let's say, because they alter the mind and let us go further. I had a conversation with a guy who was 18 years old. He did mushrooms for the first mushrooms for the first time, and he called me, didn't know who he was, so he gave him my name, and he said, Bill, I absolutely connected to God. I absolutely am a different person now, and every time that I do them, because it was again kind of in a row, right? He got these amazing clairvoyant understandings about life, his family's life, because he's connected, right? They just didn't have him wait to go through the process. He's an early starseed. Came in with no baggage. He came in completely clear. Just graduated high school, getting ready to go to college, right? And he did this. He's like, it's fascinating to me that this altered the way that, he goes, I'm a totally different person. Of course you are. And I tried to explain to him, third dimension, fifth dimension. He got this much of it. I guess I have to do more. Do it. Just be safe, right? Just be safe. That's what you got to do. Be safe. Have people around you who are not doing them, right? He's fine. He's going to be fine because he's connected to spirit. There's nothing in his future that's going to make him not fine. But he's a leader. See? So all of those things that started in the 60s, went through the 70s, got crushed in the 80s, kind of came up in the 90s, went through the 2000s with the whole change of the 100-year thing, right? Centennial? Centennial. Yeah. And COVID, and then boom, out of COVID, everything seems okay. We're all understanding to a point about inflation, about the energy, about the price of gas, about all these things. Because now we're aware of things all of a sudden. Why? because of COVID. We connected more with our families and things like that, more of our friends, right? You like the vaccinations or not, the masks or not, whatever. But 1 million people died in the United States. And Spirit told us that in 2019, but we didn't know what the hell the pandemic was. Spirit had said on this broadcast in 2019, many times, there's something coming that's going to kill 1 million people in the United States alone. And many people said, no, but well, what could it possibly be? I don't know. But it's coming. Don't know what it is. Well, what happened at the end of 2019? COVID showed up. See? So, maybe beginning of 19, I'm not really sure. But 1 million people died. Supposed to happen. Those people weren't going to be here anymore. They decided to go back to their home planets, their home galaxies. See? And that will happen in the future. No pandemics, things like that, but that will happen. People will pass away. Yeah. See? So it is understanding that that's what's going on in the world, because we did not know what was going on in COVID. We didn't know why we were going through it, because it neutralized the energy on the planet. It set in motion all of the things that are coming true today. Okay? We're prepared for it psychically. Emotionally, not yet. But when you see the change in your children, no matter what age they are, when you see the change in you, when you're wanting to get rid of this in your pit of your stomach, wanting to get rid of it, release it, whatever, you're going to be drawn to your spirituality. I read for a woman last week. She heard my name from a friend. She heard she heard Bill Hobart from they were talking amongst their friends, and she heard my name. And she goes, I need to talk to him. We talked for 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours. Because it was just like, she was the most in tune person I've ever talked to in my life. And she called me for stuff. Awesome. Because again, we have to interact with each other, right? We have to. It's how we get not even triggered, how we get enlightened. It's already inside of us, guys. It's already been downloaded. They're just waiting for us, right place, right time, to upload everything. And when that happens, you're going to be like, Bill, I woke up in the morning and my God, I feel like a different person. Because you are. That's what happens. Have vivid dreams, all kinds of cool stuff, right? That's because you're going through your dimensions. You're going through your dimensions. See? Right now, I was walking today after doing some readings, and I was walking the dog, and everything seemed like I was on Lost in Space. I had no idea what everything was, because I was up here, and I didn't have time to come down because I had to get her outside to go potty. See? So I'm walking down the street, probably like a drunk guy, because I'm like, okay, I'm really not feeling the spirit. What's going on? I knew what it was internally, but my brain was kind of like, what the hell? Ego was really like, what the hell? Yeah, right? Because it's always there. It's always there to comment, to show you the difference. What is this? What is this? What is this? And most people don't do anything with that. They just keep it inside of themselves. Spirit, who's in my right ear? Why is it ringing? Spirit, why do I have a headache? What's going on with that? Why is my third eye itching? Those are all ascension symptoms. Why am I so tired? Ascension symptoms. How did my blood pressure go down and my cholesterol kind of disappear? Ascension symptoms. It didn't change the way you eat, didn't do anything. Because it's ascension symptoms. They take those things away from you because they're no longer needed to keep you in survival mode. We've been in there for 12,000 years or more. And look at who we are today. In the precipice of absolutely going back into our fifth dimensional selves. And not even questioning it when it happens. Hey, this cool thing happened. I'm in this all the time now. Yeah. I don't deal with my friends anymore. I kind of had to separate myself from my friends and my family because they don't get it. And they're really heavy. And all they do is talk about, ugh. And I don't want to talk about that. I don't ever talk about that. It's very, very, very isolating. It's supposed to be, everybody, because you don't need the impact and they chatter from people who are not you. One reason why I do Coach for the Soul every week. At least you can go back and you can look at the ones from 2018, 2019, 2020. There's 7 years of Coaching for the Souls on my YouTube channel. See? When it was a wee pup. And I was connected to Spirit and I thought it was pretty cool. And they didn't go too far. Because I'd be like, I don't know, hang on. I don't understand what that means. I'm not going to say it. I'm a very challenging guide. Or channel. My guides know that. It's okay to ask questions. Okay? Sometimes I fight with them. Like earlier today when I'm like, no, I'm going to do astrology. Like, no, you're going to... And then I eventually do what they want me to do. Yeah. See? But saying and having a conversation with them, not expecting an answer, I barely get an answer. Okay? It's voicing it out of your body, getting that energy out of your body and keeping that channel open. Because if you don't talk to them every day, guess what? It's going to close because they don't have the power. You do. You have to put energy into that connection for them to bring you what you need to know. Now, do I have conversations with them? Well, once in a while. You know. But they usually just change the energy for me. Like today when I was walking. All of a sudden, boom, I came through the veil and I'm like, okay, now I know I'm back home. Okay, cool. That's fine. Chimes. See? Because they want me to ask the question. They know what I'm feeling like. They know. They're looking through my eyes from here, right? Yeah. So ask them that question. When you smell something, I used to talk about my mom all the time. Sometimes you just show up and I smell cigarettes, like a chimney cigarette, right? That's my mom, right? Makes me very happy when I smell that because I smell my mom, right? And my dad too. He smelled a certain way. We all have a certain smell. I'm going to tear up. But it's great. Instead of her saying, Bill, that's my mother. Bill, my dad was, hey Willie, hey son. No, my mom was Bill. Yeah, Mom. What? What do you want? What do you want? And when that happens, my heart's this big, right? But I'm also kind of like, can't you just like be nicer? But that was my mom. She was nice with my friends when they were around and people. But when it come to the family, no, she was pretty sarcastic and pretty curt. You know, if you didn't be a good soldier. And that's what happens when all of our families are like this because we didn't be able to speak what we wanted to speak when we were kids. See? And you need to be able to speak. That's why it's so important with us getting grandchildren and us maybe helping our children understand how to talk to the child that you maybe didn't do. Right? But now you know I'm supposed to give that, again, that energy is love. It's self-assurance. It's listening, making sure that they understand that I'm trying to understand them. Instead of shutting them down and telling them to go to their room. Because they're crying. No. Crying is because they're frustrated. They have this internal thing that's going on. Past life, everybody. Past life. Could be older than you. And not being able to express because they feel they can't. Because you've taught them not to. Very, very, very important. Throat chakra's got to be open, guys. It's got to be open. Third eye's got to be open. Right? All those chakras got to be open and functioning properly. Because they're getting things in this lifetime. I don't care if they're teens, 20s, 30s. It doesn't matter. They're going through that transformation, not like we are. Because we're older. We got more stuff to get through. But they're going through their own right now. But the kids, you've got to make sure that you are as energy positive as possible. What you're going through does not matter to that child at all. And my mother was going through it all the time. My dad too. It's the 1960s. Trust me. Right? You're trying to survive with 4 kids. Yeah, I get it. I totally understand it. I don't blame my parents at all. They did what they knew they needed to do. That was all they could do. But now, being 64 and not having any young nieces and nephews to practice on, I teach people how to do it. Because those children are looking for attention. like you looked for attention when you were 5, or 6, or 11, or 14, or 20. Again, we always want to seek attention from our parents. That's approval. You got to watch what you say. You got to watch what you do. You have to, especially with the grandkids and also little kids. Have to. Be the light, not the darkness, because light's always going to win. And be surprised. And I know, Spirit, I got to tell them this too. I know. And don't be surprised when your children say, so what the hell is this about? You were never like this with me. And you admit, I didn't know. I'm sorry, but I didn't know. Have you, that's what you asked them the probing question. So have you gone through blah, 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 blah? Well, yeah, I didn't know what it was. Oh, okay. An opening for mom and daughter, for mom and son, for dad and daughter, for dad and son. See? Because everybody's going through it, right? If there's anyone in your family who is connected, the whole family's connected for a reason. Because they're family in this lifetime. Now, the muggles that are not going to be around for more than 10 more years, that their contract is up, their soul journey's done, and they're going to go back to the galaxies that they came from. Okay? Okay. They may be more dysfunctional. They may be more, and you may be like, okay, I got to get away from this person, these people, because, Bill, they don't get it, because they're not supposed to get it. If they haven't already gotten it, they're going to be a slow study. Going to be a slow study. See? And that's okay. But does that mean that you have to be as close as you were when you were kids? No. Growing up, everybody has a different idea of how they grew up. My brothers, my sister, myself, all had a different idea of what growing up was all about. And it's usually not good. Not good. You know? And that's because it was 3D. Not understanding as kids, because we've come like this way forever. We come as a pure soul. And that gets completely jacked up in the first 2 years. With the anger, with the yelling, with the energy, with older siblings, all kinds of things. Think about that. It's just what's the way we grew up, okay? But guess what? We've already started. We don't grow up like that anymore. Thank God we don't grow up like that anymore. Because it doesn't work. It leads to dysfunction. It leads to mass murderers. It leads to all of the psychological things that people turn into. Narcissists. See? Will be no more of that after 2035. It will be balanced and lovely and flowy and abundant. And we will not have all this negativity stuff that we're now going through at the end of our journey in 3D. It's true. It's true. That's everybody scurrying around trying to figure out what the hell is going on. And it's going to get worse as we go further, closer to 2025. Like Spirit has said before, 2000, gosh, I don't know if it's 2020 or 2021, about there's going to be bombs around the United States with a little bit of nuclear material inside to scare everybody so they don't vote. That should start sometime in September, October. Okay? Vote. They're trying to scare you. Okay? They're trying to make all of this stuff up so that you don't vote. Vote. And what you got to do? Vote. You deserve it. Because you're voting for your future in 5D. Yeah. Is it going to be cut and dry? No. This is the last hurrah for a lot of people. That's okay. Just understanding that if you're connected, you're safe. New York, Washington, maybe Miami, Houston for sure, because of the oil refineries, okay? LA, San Francisco, Portland, yeah. Spokane, maybe Denver, maybe Chicago, right? But it's all about the dysfunction, rearing its ugly head one last time. And us believing and knowing in our hearts, in our souls, that we're moving forward. This is just a dysfunctional party that they have planned. They plan it to take those third dimensional people and we whisk them away somewhere. Yeah. See? Yeah. fast hour. Yeah. So happy Labor Day, everybody. It's this weekend. I'm doing readings on Saturday, pretty much all day. So if you want a reading, you want a session about anything here, about yourself, $85 for 30 minutes on sale, and $105 on sale for 60 minutes, and $155 on sale for an hour and a half. So that's available. If you need to get in touch with me, you know how to get in touch with me. Yeah, if you guys want to donate, I would appreciate it. Being a single dad, with everything that goes along with that, yeah, it's pretty tight. And so I had $1,500 I had to do a car repair this week. So that kind of exploded my budget. So there's a donate tab, I believe, on YouTube, and there's a donate tab on my billhobart.com page. So if you want to do that, I would appreciate it greatly. And in Detroit, it's Art Beats and Eats this weekend, which is one of the best festivals ever, with all kinds of well-known bands and things like that. I'm not sure who's here this year, but they always get some really amazing stuff. That's this weekend, starts tomorrow night and goes through Monday. So that's where I'm going to be after Saturday's working. And like I said, if you need anything, you know where to get in touch with me. This will be on the YouTube channel in probably 15 minutes or so. If you would go over to YouTube and please like the video and leave a comment, whatever, just hi Bill or a emoji, whatever it is, it helps to build the channel. And I'm really hoping that I can get to 500. I think I'm to 600. I think I'm at 500 and something now. If I can get to 600 people, that's awesome. When I get to 1,000, I start making money on the videos. So if I can get 1,000 people to sign up to the channel, I'll start making money on every single video, which is a blessing too. So, and I'll probably do more videos, right? So, have a good weekend, guys. Namaste. Need me? You know how to get in touch with me. Stay positive. Talk out loud. Watch things happen as they absolutely expand for you. How you feel inside. Do your guided meditations twice a week. Even if you sit quietly for 15, 20 minutes and just clear your mind, you can do it, guys. You really can. You just have to practice it. It's not easy, but once you start to get, it's easy once you get, I can get a meditation in 3 breaths. Just like that. Never thought I'd be that guy, but I am. See? So, have a good weekend. I'll see you next Thursday for Coach for the Soul, Thursday at 3. See you guys.